From our Center for the Arts studio, this is your Ashland University Eagle News Update. I'm Connor Dunwoody.
And I'm Andrew Clough. Thanks for joining us.
While many students were home this summer, Ashland University went through a series of renovations. AUTV 20's Ingrid Schmidt has the story.
As students arrive back to campus for the 2015 fall semester, they may see many of the renovations that took place on campus over the summer.
A lot of money and effort was put into a lot of the stuff that you don't see. For example, we had an 8-inch water line that ran basically all the way across campus from Kettering to Kilhefner, and that was completely dug up and replaced with new water lines.
One of the more notable renovations around campus was Amstead's.
We basically renovated the first, second, and third floors, and the 4 floors of Amstutz. That completes the Amstutz renovation that really started about 5 years ago. Brings all those floors and rooms up to kind of a standard that we want to maintain, similar to what was done in Chem almost a decade ago.
The money came from bond refinancing and included over $5 million for renovations over the next 3 years.
We started what's going to end up to be about $3 to $3.5 million worth of work. That's been put into renovations, to deferred maintenance, to capital improvement, just a lot of things that we've done over the course of the summer.
Although there are a lot of renovations on campus, the university still has plans for more in the next couple years. For TV20, I'm Ingrid Schmidt.
Not only can students see renovations on campus, but they can also see renovations and construction around the city of Ashland, specifically on Claremont.
There was some vacant residential properties in the area. There was one that was severely dilapidated that was actually structurally deficient. We had tried to get the property owner, to do something about it, but luckily the developer for the Rite Aid came and put together the parcel.
The Rite Aid parcel included clearing enough space for the parking lot size needed for the store, as well as the drive-through for the pharmacy. Another addition to construction will be a new 4-story hotel. Construction for the hotel will begin early September.
Claremont is not the only area of Ashland that has undergone construction. Many returning students and residents of Ashland may notice that the famous Ashland Bridge has been torn down. TV20's Tom Nesbitt has the story.
This is an important commercial thoroughfare in Ashland County. On one end is State Route 96, known here as Main Street, which goes through the heart of downtown Ashland and is home to many local businesses. On the other end is U.S. Route 250, which is where Interstate 71 exits for the city of Ashland. Many national businesses, such as Walmart, McDonald's, and the Home Depot, are on this end. The two halves are split here, at their intersection with U.S. 42. For over 50 years, a bridge carried US 42 over this intersection. But in July, that bridge was removed, and the intersection now looks like this. That is due to a $7.3 million project at the intersection, a project that the Ohio Department of Transportation hopes will improve its safety.
We began looking at ways we can improve the intersection a few years ago by either replacing the bridge, removing it, or just updating the intersection. With the number of accidents, that location was a high crash location at US 42 and East Main Street. So we looked at removing the bridge, and we held a lot of public meetings for the local community members to determine the best course of action, which was determined that we would remove the bridge, widen the intersection, and make it a signalized intersection.
The unfortunate, yet inevitable, consequence of this work is traffic congestion. The combination of patronization of businesses along the road and the rerouting of 42 onto 71 and 250 have created delays not normally seen in the city of Ashland. In order to keep up with the changes, area businesses have been forced to adjust.
We have seen a decline in our customers since the construction has started, simply due to the access to our parking lot. And it's gotten a little increasingly worse as the construction has gone on. And our business has reflected that as well. So I think all in all, it'll be a great thing. We're just trying to suffer through these few months of our business, losing some some of our normal referrals that we would get simply because of the inability to access our parking lot.
Well, I think the first week that they started construction, people were panicking about there being congested traffic. Actually, I've taken advantage of the fact that there is, traffic that stops now in front by having a girl out with a dog suit and a sign and stuff like that, taking advantage of the fact that we can grab the attention of the future potential customers.
The effects of the construction haven't just been felt by the business owners. Though Ashland University's campus is a few miles away from the construction site, many students and faculty members take I-71 to 250 and Main Street and have therefore found themselves in the midst of the situation. However, many students, such as Marsalis Hamilton, have, like the business owners, found ways to adjust.
If you catch a rush hour, you're flowing, you make a left on George Street, right next to the State Patrol, hop on to 60, takes you right into campus, miss all the traffic.
While Ashland's residents have come to terms with the project and its side effects, ODOT is hopeful that they won't have to wait long for it all to end.
We may still go into next year, but the majority of traffic impacts will be done in November.
With this project, ODOT looks to the future, building an intersection which they hope will create a much safer environment for Ashland County drivers. And while Ashland residents may have gotten used to this scene, they only need to look ahead a few months to see traffic returning to normal. This has been Tom Nesbitt for AUTV 20's Eagle News Update.
One of the few things at AU that will not be returning to normal will be the housing and fraternity circle. The previous Kappa Sigma House is now home to the freshmen in the Living Learning Arts community.
Living and Learning community in the College of Arts and Sciences is called CASA, which stands for College of Arts and Sciences Alliance. And this is open to incoming freshmen who are majoring in any of the majors in the College of Arts and Sciences.
The house was offered to the Center for the Arts and Sciences after Kappa Sigma could not reach the number of residents to stay in the house. There is still potential for Kappa Sigma to get their house back if they hit the number of residents required this year.
New students and those who eat at Convo may have noticed that the way they return their trays and the dishes they use may be a little different. This temporary problem is due to a technical issue that happened to the tray return.
The tray return was Friday evening. I got a call home and said that they thought the chain broke that rotated the rotostack or the tray carriers around the unit. Turns out there was a major malfunction in the transmission unit where the motor mounts and turns the whole carousel. Our maintenance guys came in Tuesday morning, tore it all apart. All the gears were shattered inside the machine.
The parts for the machine were ordered on September 9th and they were sent using overnight shipping. The Convo Center should have the tray bar working and there should be normal dishes within the following week. For more Ashland University news and sports, don't forget to check out the Collegian at www.ashlandcollegian.com.
And tune in every weekday morning from 7 to 9 to the Early Bird's Word on 88.9 WRDL. That's it for this AUTV 20's Eagle News Update. I'm Andrew Clough.
And I'm Connor Dunwoody. Thanks for joining us.